HCMC stock update today. So what is absolutely certain about HCMC stock is that buyers, you and I, are extremely despondent about what's going on with the stock. In the last trading session, only 91.2 million shares across the tape, which is below average. Buyers are not happy. They're not they're reluctant. They're not as active as they were before, at least over the last 3 months. At least before this news that they're not exactly prepared to pay us this dividend with HCWC. I believe since that time things has just bottomed out. The interest has dropped off. A lot of us know that this is a sub penny stock, and we still got involved. We still remain involved, but with this record date being postponed and even no new one in place, all of that has just dashed the interest of a lot of buyers for now. I'm not completely saying that you're not invested anymore or things like that. But what is absolutely certain is that those who have the means of playing the stock for little gains or even indeed big gains, they are not as active as they were before. There's a lack of buying interest in the stock, and you can even see by what we are looking at here. The average 10-day volume is 105.989 million shares versus the 90-day average of 544.08 million shares. That answers all of that. But in any case, thanks to Shark Invested Waters, he has been able to find out that the lawsuit against Philip Morris over the patent infringement has now been paused by the U.S. District Federal Court. So you all know that the initial case was dismissed, and HCMC went to the appeals court, and the one at appeal, and that appeal, because of the one at appeal, the case now returned back to the District Federal Court, where you had where Judge Barton was. Judge Barton was at the District Federal Court. So that's where the case was returned to, and they have now paused that case according to Shark Invested Waters. So thanks to him, we were able to find out that this is what's going on right now. So the pause will remain in place until the appeal filed by HCMC against the U.S. Patents Office ruling that invalidated its patent is resolved. So this appeal that against the U.S. Patent Office may result in a fresh review of HCMC's patent, or completely end the whole case. The whole case that is now back to the U.S. District Federal Court, where like I mentioned before, where Judge Barton, the judge, works. So that's what's going on right now. So amongst other things, the substance of the appeal that HCMC has against the patent office is that it didn't give it a chance to make changes to its patent. It didn't give it that chance to make any changes. That the patent office was saying that it is pointless. So the appeals court, the same appeals court that returned its case that was dismissed by Judge Barton, is also the same court that is hearing this appeal against the patent office. So the appeals court is now going to see that whether the patent office followed the law in determining, amongst other things, that the case was the patent office is invalid, and also there was no point to make changes. So, but it all sounds like saying that it's pointless to make changes is you can see that it sounds like something that is a bit unfair. I'm now I'm deviated now, because I'm not this is now my opinion. It sounds like a bit unfair, trying not to give them the chance to make changes. It sounds like it's a bit unfair, in as much as it's reasonable to see why they wouldn't give it that chance. But at the same time, it really goes towards to a great extent, to some extent you could see that maybe the patent office doesn't want to hear anymore, that sort of thing. But it's not about sentiments. You understand? This is what I'm trying to point out. It sounds a bit like the patent office may have gotten a bit sentimental and trying to say that it will be pointless to make changes. It's not going to yield anything. It's because they haven't seen what the changes are before they concluded that it will be pointless. So I'm just looking at it that way, and I see that there might be something that might come out of this. So yeah, that's pretty much the latest that is going on there, right, concerning HCMC's case now. So, and all of this is thanks to Shark Invested Waters. You see the link to his video in the description box below. Okay, so HCMC right now, as things stand, there is a lack of buying interest from the buyers. I think generally there's a lack of buying interest. The people who are there already are quite despondent. So, and as I just pointed out, now there's now a stay of the case. The new case against Philip Morris that has resumed again has now been paused until a resolution to the appeal against the patent office by HCMC is achieved. Okay, so see what you make of all of these, and I'll continue to update you. Thank you very much for watching this video.